No, so obviously we've got a new middleweight champ now, Pereira. Pereira is sick, apparently, of some of the stuff now that Adesanya's saying that the referee stopping the fight when he did saved his life. In fact, the actual quote is here. I've got it. He says, Adesanya, stop making excuses saying the referee stopped the fight too early. You have to thank him for saving your life. The way that you were with your head down, looking at the ground, I only needed 1 or 2 more hits to connect a good knee to your face so we wouldn't know the outcome. Assuming the mistakes along with your team without taking away from my merits, you will have one more chance. You're next. And that kind of leads me into what I was going to say, because Khamzat Chimaev, he's come out. He wants to fight Pereira in Brazil in January. Then he wants to fight Colby Covington in March in London. I mean, you got to give it to Khamzat. He's down to fight everyone.
Yeah, he is. I totally get why he wants this Pereira fight. He probably watched that licking his chops. Like, these are 2 guys that I can smash with his style and the way that he approaches the game. Those are 2 fairly favorable matchups, in my opinion. And I think the Colby Covington fight is a tougher fight than he probably wants to admit publicly. Say what you want about Colby Covington, about his attitude, the shit that he says, the lines that he crosses. That motherfucker can fight.
Yep.
And he's tough as they come. And you have to come prepared when you're fighting Colby Covington. Maybe he's not the hardest hitter. Maybe he's not the flashiest guy, but he is going to grind, and he's never going to get tired. And he's going to be tough to out wrestle. So I think he looks at that as an easier fight. I would imagine that, I mean, I don't know if this is offensive or not, but I think that Pereira and Adesanya are much easier fights for Khamzat than Colby Covington.
Yeah, and that's why they're not going to let Khamzat, I wouldn't assume, anywhere near that fight until it plays out. You know, because Pereira, I think, and listen, I love watching the guy fight, and you know he beat Izzy fair and square. God bless him, he's the new champ. They're going to rematch, right? Number one, Izzy deserves it, and who knows? Maybe the fight goes down different, or maybe he just has his number each and every time. Well, only time will tell. But I think the rest of the division, in a weird way, they want Pereira to beat him again, because a lot of them would beat Pereira, and I know I'm retreading some old ground from a couple of weeks ago, but stylistically, Izzy defends takedowns better. You know what I mean? And yeah, you're right. If no disrespect, if Izzy could get Pereira down, then you better bet your house that Khamzat can take him down, because that guy is a wrestling maniac.
Yeah. Well, and not just take him down. Izzy took him down, took his back, passed his guard, like kind of dominated him on the ground a little bit. Yeah, if, like you said, if Izzy can do that, I would bet my house, your house, Harrington's house, Brian's computer. I'd bet it all.
Going for the hard stuff. Harrington's house just recently got it. Very proud of himself. Baby on the way, but you're taking that away. Screw it. Young family.
That's how confident I am.
Newborn baby on the way. Brian's computer is trying to make your kid. He's trying to make your kid homeless, Harrington.
Nope. We're gonna have 2 houses. It's gonna be great.
Right. You would let me do it, wouldn't you, Harrington? Would you let me bet your house on that fight?
Yeah.
No. In all seriousness, though, it's all right. Listen, $1 million for you if he's right, but you and your entire family are homeless when that baby arrives. When is she due? When's Alex due?
March.
It's cold in New York in March.
Yeah. March what?
I've figured it out before. I can figure it out again. $1 million it's like that's seed money to start a life. I'm all in, dude. I trust Anthony.
I love the attitude. I love that mentality. It's just go hard or go home.
So the UFC are going to book Pereira versus Khamzat. If they did, Harrington would allow the future, the warmth, the shelter, the warm snuggling at night. But rather than doing it in a nice, cushy, warm apartment, you got the fire on, you got some nice music, and she's chilling. No, you're going to be on a park bench, freezing your balls off. It's bad enough to be taken in when you're one person, but when you're a family of 3, that's a big burden for someone to take on, and you would risk that.
I mean, look, when has Anthony been wrong before? Name a time.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Just because you hang out in New York one time,
that's it. My loyalty for life.
I'm not wrong that often.
And Brian, the computer, that's his baby. I mean, that is his only thing of value.
That's
and
my bread and butter you're fucking with. Also, I have a house.
No, I know. I'm kidding.